Alright, we are on to chapter 5 of Heaven is Real. That's not what I'm supposed to say. Hello, this is Two Ladies Midwest Adventures. I'm Julietta, and I'm reading Heaven is Real, and we are on chapter 5. Yeah. That was Monday, March 3rd. Nurses placed Colton in a room and inserted an IV. 2 bags dangled from the top of a stainless steel pole. One for hydration and the one with antibiotics. And one with antibiotics of some kind. Sonia and I prayed together for Colton. Norma stopped by with Colton's favorite toy, his Spider-Man action figure. Normally his eyes would have lit up at the sight of either Norma or Spider-Man, but Colton didn't react at all. Later, our friend Terry brought Colton's best little buddy, her son, Hunter, to visit. Again, Colton was unresponsive, almost lifeless. Sitting in a side chair near Colton's bed, Norma looked at Sonia grimly. I think you should take him to the Children's Hospital in Denver. But at that point, we were trusting the doctors, confident that everything was being done that could be done. Besides, Colton was in no condition to travel all the way back to Colorado. Colton continued to throw up. Sonia held down the fort, comforting him, catching his vomit while I drove home to check on the rest of our lives. On the way, I stopped by the church to make sure the place hadn't burned down. I checked in with my garage door guys, returned some phone calls from new customers, went out to do a door repair job. The entire time I was away from the hospital, I sent up prayers, even during my conversations with others. My prayers ascended. A kind of mental background music.
We'll make it better.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, hold on, my daughter's recording and I messed it up.
I apologize.
Love you too, Dad.
Love you too.
Okay. My prayers ascended. A kind of mental background music that would have been in the foreground, the only ground. If only life didn't have an annoying way of rolling on. Sonia spent Monday night at the hospital, and I stayed home with Cassie. On Tuesday morning, I took her to school. I took her to school. During the rest of the day, between church and company responsibilities, I popped in and out of the hospital as often as I could, hoping for some improvement. Instead, each time I walked into Colton's room, I saw my little boy slipping deeper into the grip of whatever mysterious monster held him. Not only was he not getting better, it was getting worse faster. A second afternoon, I saw something that terrified me. The shadow of death. I recognized it instantly. As a pastor, you sometimes find yourself on a death watch in a hospital, a nursing home, a hospice. There are telltale signs. The skin loses its pinkness, and it fades into a jaundiced yellow. Breathing is labored. The eyes are open, but the person is not present. And most telling of all, a sinking and darkening around the eyes. I'd seen this look many times, but in a context where you might expect it. In a patient suffering from a terminal cancer or in the final phases of old age, you know that person's life on earth has come down to days, then hours, then minutes. It would be there to comfort the family, to pray with them. Prayers like, God, please take her soon. Please take away her pain. This time, though, I was seeing the shadow of death again, and I was seeing it on my son, my not quite 4-year-old son. The sight hit me like a bullet. A voice screamed in my head, we're not doing anything. I'm a pacer. I wore ruts in the floor of Colton's room, crossing the tiny space again and again, like a caged lion. My stomach churned. Inside my chest, an invisible vice squeezed my heart. It's getting worse, God. What do we do? While I paced, Sonia channeled her anxiety into the role of busy caretaker. She fluffed Colton's pillow, arranged his blankets, and made sure he was still drinking. It was the role she was filling to keep from exploding. Each time I looked at her, I could see the agitation growing in her eyes. Our son was slipping away, and, like me, she wanted to know what was wrong. Doctors would bring back test results, but no answers, only useless observations. He doesn't seem to be responding with the medication. I don't know. I wish a surgeon was here. Sonia and I wrestled with trust. We weren't doctors. We had no medical experience. I'm a pastor. She's a teacher. We wanted to trust. We wanted to believe that the medical professionals were doing everything that could be done. We kept thinking, next time the doctor walks in, he'll have new test results. He'll change the medication. He'll do something to get that look of death off our son. But he didn't. There came a point where we had to draw the line. Is that it? Oh, that's the end of chapter 5. Like and subscribe. Please and thank you.
Like and subscribe so we can get to 1,000 subscribers so we can start beekeeping.
Thank you.